you can connect, so my JBL speaker can only be connected with one device at a time, but my iPhone can be connected to multiple devices.
Oh, definitely.
Right, so like for example, the next thing I have on here is a little keyboard. I'm going to push the speaker up because I'm still going to use it for the presentation. But this is a keyboard that's roughly the size of the palm of my hand. And it's got tactile little buttons, and I know there are many people who are like, I hate the iPhone, stupid touch screen, I want to press buttons. So here's an opportunity to press buttons. And I have to be honest with you, there are times when I carry this thing in my pocket and I'm listening to music, and I use this as my physical remote control for my phone. Because it has a lot of the functionality. So right now I have the keyboard connected to my iPhone, I have the speaker connected, and I'm going to do a little navigating. Let's see. If we can turn this on. There
61 new items.
Okay, so we're back on messages.
Photos.
Is that
Camera.
the R2 now, Gussie? The R2?
Yeah, this is the R2, RII or the R2.
Yeah.
It's again, I think this is like what, 40 bucks, 50 bucks,
yeah.
something like that. And again, it has all the standard QWERTY keyboard buttons, right? It has all the letters, it has the number line, and then it has a top row of keys, which is like a media control, which I'll show you in a second. So right now I'm just pressing arrow keys, and I'm just going to move through the screen of my device. Again, for those of you who can see, you'll note that my iPhone is actually at this edge of the table, right here. But I'm doing everything up here.
YouTube.
And I'm hearing everything up here too on this speaker.
Maps. Weather. Notes. Calculator. Clock.
I'm just going to
App music. Music.
Okay, let's go to music. I'll probably turn the volume down first, so we don't blow any ears.
Music. Back. Button.
Okay, let's go here.
Sarah McLaughlin.
Oh, we can do
Genius. Select previous track. Play. Button.
play.
Pause.
Of course, it's a remix.
I should have known.
But I can fast forward through my track and play that, right? Or I can stop it and start it again.
Pause. Button.
And I'm doing this all up here. Like, I'm going to go to the next track, and the next track, and the next track. Here's a little Greek music for y'all. Right, and I can decrease my volume and play it. So like now I'm using 3 devices in tandem, yeah? Beautiful. I have my keyboard, I have my speaker, and I have my iPhone, and everything is now being controlled through this little keyboardy thingy thing. And you can type with it, you can surf the web with it, you can do anything that you do with a regular keyboard. Obviously, because the keys are smaller, you have to acclimate to a smaller keyboard. But for, like I said, I used to have before I got my iPhone, I had a Nokia phone which had a full keyboard on it, and the keys were tiny. Thank you, there's the word. Tiny. They were about maybe an eighth the size of these keys, and I was able to type text messages fairly quickly. So this gives you a lot more access to your technology. And again, you know, I know a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of people are concerned about pulling out their cell phones or their high cost tech in public. So I'd rather get a $40 keyboard ripped off than my iPhone, which is safely in my pocket, you know? It's just something that I always think about, because I know a lot of people have that concern, and obviously, you know, it's a valid one. So, but this is, again, just a really wonderful little product. Yeah, the whole setup probably like, if you really think about it, to have this setup, the iPhone cost me $200, the speaker cost $100, and this little thing cost $50, so $350, and you have a pretty nice sound system with a remote control and with keyboard and like pretty much everything that you need. Do you know what I mean? So relatively inexpensive. Obviously, if you're going to buy your phone off the off contract, it's going to be more expensive, or you can buy an older phone and get it for $100. So there's lots of options now out there for us, much more than many more than there were several, even 2 or 3 years ago. So there's definitely a lot of things to consider and think about here. Okay, let's turn off the keyboard. I want to pair a Braille device. And then somebody's going to have to tell me what to type in because I don't know how to use Braille. So this is an experiment, people. This is a new toy that we got at the CCVIP this week, and it's called the Braille Pen. And it's a Braille keyboard plus display. It's got 12 cell Braille display, and it costs under $1,000. Okay, $5 under $1,000, but still under $1,000. And as far as I can tell, it's probably, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Lynette, I think this is one of the cheapest or the cheapest Braille display that we've encountered. So I'm gonna turn it on. Hopefully it'll go into pairing mode and I'll be able to see it on my iPhone, and you'll hear the whole process, and hopefully it'll work. Okay. Okay, turned it on. That means pairing. Now I'm going to go to
Play. Next track. Button. Home. Settings. 1 new.
Settings.
Setting. Notifications. General. Sound. General. iTunes Wi-Fi sync. Rosages. Keyboard. Internet accessibility. Accessibility. Vision. Heading. Vision. Heading. Voiceover. On.
Voiceover. Can you see how many steps I have to go through though? So it's not exactly easy. It's not that it's hard, but it's not like you can just say, oh, pair, and you're done.
Speak hits. Voiceover practice. Speaking rate. Typing feed. Use phonetics. Use pitch check. Use compact. Braille. Button.
Yay.
Braille. Voiceover. Back button. Braille. EL12-00 96 17 60 81 EL12-00 96 pin.
No,
Secure.
it's asking for a pin. Now this pin was provided to me by the manufacturer, and if I take too long, it'll say pairing failed.
1 5 2 3 4 pin. Secure. Pair. Button.
And pair.
Braille. Voiceover.
Okay.
Back button.
Great. And now we've paired it.
Settings. 1 new item.
Again, I'm going to put my trusty little iPhone down, which has been very good to me today, and I'm going to use there's a little joystick on the Braille device that allows me to navigate.
iTunes. App Store. Newsstand folder. To page 1 of 4.
Right, so if I want to go to music,
Music.
I'm going to music.
Music. Back. Button.
And I can go to the play button.
Track G. Play. Button. Pause.
And I can pause it, right? So it gives, again, a lot of navigation, a lot of control. I'm sure there's a keystroke for getting back to the home page, but I don't know what it is.
Or
That
when
tells
you press the
So what are the dots for H?
1, 2, 5.
1, 2,
And space.
Okay, ready? I'm going to try
That
it.
works on the refresher. Oh well.
Music.
Yes!
It's good.
Awesome, thank you, Bob. At least I know where the Braille dots are. I'm going to go to the Notes app, and I'm going to type a simple note.
App Store. Item. Settings. Voice memos. Clock. Calculator. Notes.
Notes.
5. Account. Notes. 5. Heading. Add. Button.
Add.
Note. Text field. Insertion point at end.
Okay, who can tell me what? So H is 1, 2, and 5. E.
1, 5.
1,
5.
1, 5. L.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
And 1, 2, 3.
And O.
1, 3, and 5.
1, 3, 5.
There you go.
See, did we do it?
Space.
Previous note. Oh. Today, March 7th, 2:06 p.m.
Wait, come on. Where is it?
Note. Text field is editing. There it is. Character mode. Heavy little low.
What was that?
I think it has some kind of predictive text on, but pooh. Anyway, maybe I should have pressed space, right?
Space. Heavy little low.
No.
Misspelled.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, you get the idea. You can input with this, you can navigate, and of course at the bottom it says, it has a Braille display that gives me, shows everything that you've heard. So technically, if you want, you can turn the speech off.
Speech off.
Right, which right now, VoiceOver is still running. VoiceOver is the screen reader for my iPhone. So VoiceOver is still running, but my speech is off, and I can still navigate. So right now my Braille thing says notes because that's where I was last on. That's all I know. But as I move, I feel the Braille cells readjusting, right, or adjusting themselves so that they can
The words.
correct, so that it reflects the icon that I'm on or the area that I'm on. So it gives me a lot of, somebody was telling us yesterday, this kind of allows a person who is blind not to leave a conversation and still kind of attend to some stuff that they want to attend to, yeah? Like our sighted counterparts who just kind of, they can click their little text messages away, but their ears are still focused on the conversation. So this is a way that us blind folk can do something similar, where instead of our eyes being focused, it's our fingers that are focused on something, right?
Yes.
But it's a different method of looking at things. So that's my little foray into Braille. Hopefully, hopefully it will improve.
You lived.
Yes, I made it through, spelling error and all. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, what do I have left? What do I have left, people?
Headphones.
Oh, really?
I'm not doing anything with headphones today, Bob, surprisingly enough. I'm sorry to say.
I do like a pair though, Bobby. They're beautiful.
Speech off 209. Still not.
The last couple of things I want to show is it's a docking station. And I have this really cool docking station. It's made by, I'm going to turn off whatever's already here. That way we can save some battery. I don't have to charge everything up. I'm going to move some stuff around so that way I can...
And Gussie, while we
Yeah.
don't have to necessarily show it, but we can just talk about the Verbatim Keyboard.
Oh, sure, that's right.
Because you've already shown so much of maneuvering with it, I just want to tell you that the Verbatim Keyboard is about the width of the, I don't know, the height of the iPhone. It's very slim.
Can you come up to the front and talk?
Sure.
Thank you.
I think it's even slimmer than.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it under the camera.
Is this close enough, Sharon? Okay. The Verbatim Keyboard is available on Amazon.com.
And that's right, it's being displayed right now.
Oh, excellent, thank you. And as you can see, I have put locator dots because the keys are so flat. The two keys that you see very close together at the bottom are the two keys that I use in connection with the right arrow to move around the iPhone. And then those same two keys together with the space bar help me activate or open anything like the Audible, Mail, whatever's on the iPhone. And the cost is about, I was so sick actually, because mine cost like $47, and I showed it at an informational group, and someone went right to their phone, ordered and got it, or however they got on the web, I apologize, went right to the web, and they got it for $37. So, you know, but it's a lovely keyboard, and I've been using it more and more. It pairs with everything you've seen Gussie do. This will do with it's the same kind of keyboard. Excuse me for muttering and mumbling, but that's the Verbatim Keyboard, and you can go out and get it today, folks.
There you go.